In this activity, we will learn more about transparency and how to use transparency as a designing moment. So I created 3 different versions and I play with the transparency. So we're going to start with a new project, and it is again CMYK. And you're going to type the name of your company that you would like to create, so that you're designing your logo. So in my case, that's Summer Dreams. This is a good moment for you to explore the font and see if you would like to maybe change in some other fonts or size or something like that, something that can work out. All right, and for now we're going to go into the shape, and you're more than welcome to explore any of these shapes. I will start with the lips, and I will start with my color, and I will use direct selection tool to change this point and this point into corner, and I'll have something like this. All right, and then the next thing I would like to do is to explore transparency. So if I click here and come here under transparency, or if you don't see it, just go under window transparency. And I would like to change this into different modes, maybe multiply. I would like to explore and change the opacity, maybe 50, maybe 60 or something like that. And then I'm going to rotate. So I will use rotation tool, which should be somewhere here, or you can simply hit R. And this is a pivot point, this light blue point. That's the point around which you're going to rotate. In my case, I would like to be here. So I'm going to click here. And now I'm going to rotate, but I will also hold Option key. You see, in the moment when I hit Option key, you get the 2 arrows. That means they're going to duplicate. So now I have another shape duplicated, and because we play with the transparency and we play with a different blending mode, we get some interesting result. And you're more than welcome to explore different blending modes and different transparency and different shapes. So I have this. So all what I can do is now under Object Transform, if I do transform again or Command D, I can simply do this as many times as I want, and then I create the shape that I would like to play with. So I end up with something like this. Then I can change my font, and I'll be careful, you just want to select your font and not the curve. So we can just be sure that you're selecting and not converting into the curve path or something like that. And then you can go back to your original colors and see if you can use something like that. Be sure if you don't see it, arrange, bring to front your text, and then you can have something like this. And then of course you're more than welcome to explore different options, to have maybe different colors and so on. All right, so the other one is also playing with the shapes and transparency and with the clipping mask. So what I did here, again, we can have our Summer Dreams, or we can put that later on. And again, I started with the shape. And again, you can play with your colors. And I'm going to use the guides. So to be able to see guides, first bring the rulers, or Command R, show rulers, and then I can simply drag from here guideline, and I can drag from here. So I'm going to select this so I can have my middle point here. All right, and then I can come to this one. You'll probably see pen tool, and if you click under the pen tool, delete anchor point. Let me just select it first. Okay, so to delete, and I click this one, and again direct selection, And using arrow keys on your keyboard, you can simply, well, I made a mistake because by accident I selected both, so I'm going to just do this quickly. Select, remove, deselect, and now I will. All right, so we have something like this, and then again I can select this, I can change, I can keep it as a normal maybe, or I can explore different blending modes, I can adjust my transparency, and again I'm going to rotate, right, and I'm going to rotate it from here. So if I use my option key, right, I can have something like that. And again, transform again, or Command D, Command D, Command D, and I can have something like this. I'm gonna remove my I'll just move so I can have more room. All right, and I'm going to group these guys. So under Object Group, or Command, or on your keyboard, Command G Group, and then I'm going to, under the Rotate tool, there should be a Reflect tool, which is going to create the mirror. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to click Return or Enter. And I'm going to make another copy under vertical, over the vertical axis. So I'm going to hit copy, and now I have another one that I can maybe change the color, I can change the size, and so on. I can change the position, something like that, and I can play and see what I like. Then I'm going to come to my shape, and I'm going to choose rectangular tool, but I'm going to hold Shift key, so that will create a box, a perfect box. I'm going to send that to the back, and I can explore if that's the color I want. Maybe I would like some light color to be, maybe I want to change opacity, maybe I would like this to be a white color. So this is a good moment for me to explore if I would like something different, something that will work well with my design. Let's say something like this. You can also explore transparency if you want and play further with this. So I have that, and while it's still selected, this rectangular, I'm going to copy. So you can do Command C. I'm gonna edit, paste in place, but this time I'm going to say Arrange, Bring to Front, and then holding the Shift key, I will select these palettes that I have here, and then I'm going to, under the object, clipping mask, hit Make, and that will create the perfect mask around our object. And then I can come back, click on My Summer Dreams, copy, paste, put it here or there, wherever I think it will work well. Explore different colors, different fonts, and so on. Something like this, and see how it works. I can maybe explore tracking. Something like that. This will be a good moment for me to hit the save. So if I can save, and I can make, you can name this as your activity, and put in under the font, under the folder where you keep your projects for activity 3. All right, and the other one, the last one, I'm gonna again just do copy paste, come here, and I can actually make 2 words out of one. I can change the color now, or I can change it later on. Let me zoom in, which is Command plus, or you can use Zoom tool and come here. And I can come here and I can, under the type, create outlines, object, ungroup, right? And then with the direct selection tool, again, under the transparency, we can change it and start bringing closer or moving them, overlapping our letters. In the moment when we start playing with that, we can end up with something interesting. You can maybe play one that has different transparency. Oops. Each letter is a group, so you can use your selection tool to select the whole group. So again, we can change into our colors that we like, create the outlines, ungroup it, and then we can bring all the letters closer. We can start, and also let me apply some kind of transparency and start playing with them. Or come up with some kind of interesting rhythm. There should be some kind of logic. Maybe something like this or something like that. So you can explore and change and use different things. And again, this would be a good moment for you to save your work and get ready for another versions of your logo.